22nd August 2024 is the day today. Very good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. It is time for BTM News today. My name is Idrissa Mwonge. Let's first take a look at the headlines. Coming up tonight on BTM News today, the leader of opposition, Joel Senyonyi, describes regional parliamentary sittings as a mere hoodwink. He says there is no much impact they can have on regional development.
I saw yesterday my picture being used to promote these regional sittings, even after we came out clearly expressing concerns about this. I don't know if it is blackmail or whatever the case might be.
And a section of Katikkiro residents in Mukono municipality have rejected Kampala Capital City Authority's plan to dump garbage in their area temporarily.
Etagenda kuyingira kubanga bwe tunagula tetuzaawula eze Mukono n'eze Kampala kati tujja kukkiriza motoka yonna kuyingira mu
Katanga murder case has resumed today before the High Court, with defense lawyers still cross-examining a KCC City mortuary pathologist, Dr. Richard Ambayo.
Is the tear the wound?
The tear is a wound.
Is the tear the wound?
The tear is a wound.
I heard that. Thank you for that.
Welcome aboard. We come live from Kampala Rodiant Urban Center, where we are based. Now let's start in Parliament, where the leader of opposition, Joel Senyonyi, has retaliated his stance on the parliamentary regional sitting that is due to commence on the 29th of August 2024 in Gulu City. Now he says the concerns of these regions have been raised several times and not much has been done, thus describing the outreach sittings as a hoodwink. Take a look.
With a week left to the first parliamentary regional sitting to be held at Kaunda Playgrounds in Badegela Yibi Division, Gulu City, the leader of opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, has reiterated his stance about these outreaches intended to take place in the 4 regions of the country.
I saw yesterday my picture being used to promote these regional sittings, even after we came out clearly expressing concerns about this. I don't know if it is blackmail or whatever the case might be.
Senyonyi waters down claims that the regional sittings are to address issues affecting the people in the areas where it would be held, noting that they would rather invite every region to parliament on a rotational basis rather than taking the whole parliament, which is costly.
One of the things we have been saying is if parliament is serious about addressing the concerns from the different regions, why don't we allocate a week here in our plenary to each region, and we say this week we are now going to be handling matters to do with Western Uganda, next week Northern Uganda, then Eastern, Central, like that. In that particular week, you have all the ministers concerned, members of parliament from those areas raising all these different issues, and then we come out with clear action plans. That's less costly.
He says the concerns of these regions have been raised several times, and not much has been done, thus describing the outreach sittings as a hoodwink.
Our colleagues from Northern Uganda have severally raised the issue of Karuma Bridge, which has been closed out to several vehicles, especially the heavy ones. And so transport fares have doubled, travel time has doubled. That's an issue we know about. Why don't we push government to deal with it immediately? The Upper Land question to date is still unresolved. The question of boundaries in Northern Uganda, which has caused skirmishes here and there, is still not addressed. Effects of nodding syndrome are still glaring, and our colleagues from Northern Uganda have raised those issues here in Kampala in our place.
Alternatively, the opposition leader has asked the House leadership to empower committees of Parliament to visit these areas and establish the people's concerns and report to Parliament.
Committees of Parliament, as we have been saying, ought to be empowered. And committees have gone to these places, different parts of the country, specifically Northern Uganda, and they have brought back reports which we have discussed, whether it be about nodding syndrome, cattle rustling, Upper Land question, the Karuma Bridge that has been closed off to several vehicles and so on. And even now, as we speak, there are some committees that have gone ahead of Parliament. Again, that is less costly. Because if
It is worth noting that on the 16th of May 2024, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Mong, announced that the Parliament would hold sittings in various regions, starting with Gulu on the 29th and 30th of August 2024. John William Ogenda, Freddie Chris Chisawo for BTM News Today.
Away from that, a section of Katikkiro residents in Mukono municipality have rejected Kampala Capital City Authority's plan to dump garbage in their area temporarily. Now, a waste dumping plan was revealed by the Minister for Kampala, Honorable Hajat Minsa Kabanda yesterday, while quoting resolutions made by a committee of ministers and other leaders to solve the garbage dumping crisis in Kampala City that emerged after the commissioning Kitezi landfill that collapsed on 9th August, leading to the death of 30, injuring scores and displacing hundreds. Now, according to Katikkiro residents, dumping waste in their area is a threat to their environment and their lives.
Following the expiry of KCCA access permits to use the Nkumba dumping site, a meeting was held chaired by the First Deputy Prime Minister Rebecca Kadaga yesterday in Entebbe to discuss mitigations to the garbage crisis in Kampala. It was agreed that Entebbe municipality would be close to garbage coming from Kampala and that Katikkiro in Mukono district would serve as an alternative for a week while Menvu is being prepared. However, a section of residents, including the area councillor from Katikkiro Mukono, have rejected this plan.
Ekyabadde eri abantu ne bafa kati balinda wano kituuke ate balyoke bajjukire okugamba oyagalayo mmeka
ntuulire ddala wano okulabira ddala nti kasasiro tajja kuyibwawo wano tekisoboka n'owa Mukono yennyini naye tagenda kuyingira kubanga bwe tunaggulawo tetuzaawula ez'Emukono n'ez'e Kampala kati tujja kukkiriza motoka yonna kuyingira mu
We have to protect our people against the diseases which can be brought out of this garbage. Me as a councillor, I've never sat in any council to decide this because this issue has to come in our council so that we can decide on it. But we have never sat anywhere about this. The directive came from Mr. Kabanda that garbage has to come here. Kampala garbage, they have to pour here, so which I'm against it. Here I'm calling upon my fellow leaders of Mukono municipality to come and we fight against this.
Initially, the Kampala Capital City Authority, KCCA, was disposing of approximately 2,000 tons of waste at the Kitezi landfill daily. However, the site was abruptly closed following a devastating incident on August 9th, 2024, where a massive garbage slide resulted in the loss of over 30 human lives, animal fatalities, and significant property damage. The team agreed that all waste from Kampala be redirected to Menvu on land owned by Kira Municipal Council, with a memorandum of understanding being prepared for temporary management. Participants at the high-profile engagement include Local Government Minister Raphael Majezi, Transport Minister Katumba Amala, Kampala Minister Minsa Kabanda, and KCCA ED Dorothy Kisaka. Others include technical officers from the Local Government Ministry, KCCA, and political leaders from the Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area, including representatives from Kira, Makindye, Sabagabo, Mukono, Nansana, and Entebbe. BTM News Today.
That befell us on the 9th day of August. The hearing of the Katanga murder case resumed today before the High Court, with defense lawyers still cross-examining the KCCA City mortuary pathologist, Dr. Richard Ambayo. Now, the lawyers, led by Ellison Karhanga, insist that the gunshot entry wound that killed Katanga was on the right side of the head and not on the left side, as stated by Dr. Ambayo's postmortem report in court yesterday. Take a look.
The defense team denotes that Dr. Ambayo's conclusion that Katanga was shot on the left side, ruling out suicide, was either as a result of professional incompetence or bias influenced by Detective David Bitaise's investigation. They imply that Dr. Ambayo's judgment may have been swayed by the investigation's focus on domestic violence, leading him to reach a predetermined conclusion rather than an objective finding.
And that's what we are using.
Okay?
Because it says
The horizontal length, that is the biggest length, which is 1.5 centimeters. And then vertically
is 1 times 5.
which is
No,
0.5,
1.5.
the largest.
And the
Size.
vertical one is 0.5. Okay. And Dr.
The defense team further confronted Dr. Ambayo with a photo of the late Katanga's body, showing lacerations of the wound on the right side of the head. However, Dr. Ambayo maintains that sometimes exit wounds also have lacerations, justifying why the exit wound on the left side of the head of Katanga had them.
T5F, T5D.
No, F. You had testified to this court that there are lacerations there. Correct?
My lord.
You had testified that there are lacerations there. It's yes or no?
Tears and lacerations.
Yes.
Tear, laceration, they mean the same things.
So I want to identify.
That is P5F.
Yes. I want to identify two things in that picture. Is the tear the wound?
A tear is a wound.
Is the tear the wound?
A tear is a wound.
I heard that. Thank you for that very good piece of knowledge. Now, is the tear the wound?
A tear is a wound.
When questioned about the whereabouts of the fatal bullet, the pathologist Dr. Ambayo claimed that he couldn't determine the direction of the bullet or identify the type of gun used, as he never recovered the ammunition and lacked that information.
I stated in my report there was an exit wound through the ear.
No. There was a satellite-shaped gunshot exit wound size 5 times.
Now you are continuing. Maybe
Through. Read that word. Through.
Much of that, you're right. Now, show us how you measure the wound through the ear. Just show us a picture of P5D. Show us the picture. Confirm that the ruler is showing the 5 centimeters.
My lord, I said there was an exit wound through the hole. Okay?
No, doctor, you said there was an exit wound through the hole, which is a size 5 times.
The defense team alleges that he improperly shared his report with an online blog and to UPDF soldiers, who then used it to initiate an inquest into Katanga's death. This led to the arrest and charging of Katanga's family members with his murder. However, Dr. Ambayo maintains that he did not share the report with anyone until it was officially submitted as evidence in court.
To look at it and confirm that what is in that news blog is his exact post-mortem report. You see that picture on the cover of that thing? First of all, read the heading.
Postmortem report. Katanga body didn't have defense injuries.
And now look at the picture. Is that a picture of your report?
The lawyers have too established that Dr. Ambayo lied in his report that the body of the late Katanga was identified at the mortuary by his daughter, Martha Nkwanzi, when the pathologist admitted that he did not know what Martha Nkwanzi looked like. The trial is expected to continue next week on Tuesday, 27th of August, with the prosecution hoping to present its key witnesses. John William Ogenda, Freddie Chris Chisau for BTM News Today.
So this matter is adjourned to the 27th day of August.
Moving on, President Kaguta Museveni has welcomed a delegation of African Union officials who came to Uganda yesterday. Now, the African Union Commissioner for Agriculture, Rural Development, Blue Economy, and Sustainable Environment, Her Excellency Ambassador Josepha Sako, are meeting with President Museveni at State House in Entebbe to discuss the 2025 Agriculture Summit that will be held in Kampala.
Ambassador Josepha Sako was accompanied by the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Honorable Frank Tumwebase, for a discussion on Uganda's preparations to host the forthcoming extraordinary agricultural summit of heads of state and government in Kampala in January 2025.
That we should start investing in agriculture and use our own domestic investment to attribute 10% of the budget to the agricultural sector. When we talk about agricultural sector, we are talking about the big A, which is livestock.
President Museveni, who welcomed Ambassador Josepha Sako to Uganda, represented his profound gratitude for the opportunity to host the summit.
No, that's music for my ears. I think to wake up, you know, Africano, muito cansado, muito dormir. So, to wake up the Africans, how much is Africa spending on importing food? Comida. Yes, do you know?
Yes, Excellency.
We did not interact too long with the Europeans. Europeans stayed here for a short time, and we were not so much disrupted. That's why Uganda is secure in food, because we eat comida indigena. Comida indigena. We don't eat estrangeiro comida, no. So it is these people who eat bread. Me, I don't eat bread. Because we serve the indigenous agriculture. Agriculture indigena, still there. Cows, goats, bananas, manioc, fish, everything is there. So our job was to modernize, to commercialize.
Museveni says Africans lack food due to the effects of colonization and the dislocation of people.
When you hear that people don't have food in Africa, it is because of the colonialism, the dislocation, to dislocate people from their heritage. And then they don't know what, they start despising themselves, they start worshipping everything foreign. So I'm very happy for agriculture, definitely we are at home. Uganda is the place. We have the crops of the forest, the tropical, then the savanna. Then because of the high mountains, we also have actually the temperate crops.
The previous AU Agriculture Summit was held in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea in 2014. The summit shaped the action plan around the Malabo Declaration, which emphasized the prioritization of accelerated agricultural growth and transformation for the shared prosperity and improved livelihoods. The meeting was also attended by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Major General David Kasura Chomkama, among others. Josephine Mutesi-Kimonyo, BTM News Today.
Apart from that, police have issued a stern warning to the public against alarming rise in incidents of mob justice, urging citizens to respect the rule of law and allow police to conduct proper investigations. Now, the call for restraint comes in the wake of a series of violent incidents in different parts of the country where suspects accused of theft have been brutally attacked by mobs. The development was announced by police spokesperson ACP Kituma Lusoke. Take a look.
According to ACP Kituma Lusoke, the police spokesperson, mob justice incidents are on the rise in the country, a vice that threatens security.
As Uganda Police, we are deeply concerned about the ongoing incidents of mob justice. I've shared that issue before, and we urge the public to uphold the principle of presumption of innocence for suspects and allow police the opportunity to conduct proper investigations. Now, on 13th August 2024, in Chizungu, of course being in Mbarara, they call it Chizungu Cell, a man named Dungu Amidu was lynched by a mob after he was found in possession of 2 suspected stolen and slaughtered goats.
ACP Lusoke says the investigation into the matter is ongoing.
Police arrived at the scene, collected the body, and transported it to the mortuary.
He says another case of mob was also registered last week in Boyokwe.
In Chibubu village in Uyikwe district, 5 suspects were allegedly involved in the theft of 2 cows. That is Swale Riki, John, known by only that name, who is now deceased. Now, while transporting meat on 2 motorcycles, they experienced a puncture and stopped at Metha sugarcane plantation. Observers became suspicious of their gunny bags, believing they contained stolen items. They were beaten by the mob, but police intervened and rushed them to Kawolo Hospital, where unfortunately John succumbed to his injuries.
He further notes that another incident happened on the same day in Wakiso district when a man named John Sekamate was attacked by a mob that suspected him of theft.
Now on the same day, at 5 a.m. in Naziga Cell in Chengera Town Council, Wakiso district, a man named Sekamate John was attacked by a mob that suspected him of theft. He was found in possession of a hammer and other tools commonly used for breaking and entering dwellings. The police intervened and rescued him from being lynched and quickly transported him to Mulago Hospital for treatment.
During the same week, another incident of mob was recorded in Manafra Town Council when a man was stoned to death.
John recorded another incident of mob justice on 16th August, where a case was reported of mob action on Kafu Bukaweka Road in Muchi Village, Habutoro Sub-County in Manafa District. It is alleged that the deceased Wamutibi Edwin James, a 30-year resident of Wanso, stole a motorcycle. People closed in and made a chase of the victim. He abandoned the motorcycle, but they managed to pursue him and got him and lynched him.
Lusoke expressed deep concern over these incidents, emphasizing the importance of adhering to the legal process. Josephine Mutesi-Kimonyo, BTM News Today.
Away from that, the Minister of State for Energy, Okasayo Polot, has urged the residents affected by the Karuma Hydropower Station project to withdraw their court petition and resolve their grievances through the appropriate institutions, campaigns, or companies. Now, this was during a meeting with the Parliamentary Committee on Environment and Natural Resources. The project affected persons and a team from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development met at the Karuma Hydropower Station offices in Kiryandongo district. Take a look.
Committee on Environment and Natural Disasters was held in Karuma Hydropower offices in Kiryandongo to assess the project's progress. During the meeting, deep concerns were raised regarding issues mentioned by the people affected by the project over the compensation process. The Vice Chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, Geoffrey Feta, challenged the Minister for Energy to revise the compensation process.
Now, some of our key observations is that, one, the compensation bit of the project still has key issues that need to be attended to.
Honorable Feta highlights that many affected people are concerned with how the compensation process is being handled.
Government has taken very long to procure the alternative land. Now, these people have been in the land where the project is implemented since 2013. They are supposed to move to the alternative land, but the alternative land is not yet available, but they have been stopped from implementing livelihood activities like farming.
The lead petitioner and local leader in Kiryandongo, Washington Oshawa, revealed that the ministry has failed to fulfill its promises now 10 years regarding land compensation.
That is why some other languages are coming, some other words are coming up in demand. Because you promise me, there is a total mismanagement of the settlement scheme. That share is need to take on. There is a mismanagement of this scheme, and they want to take advantage of this part of here.
Responding to the concerns, committee members tasked the ministry to work swiftly on this matter.
Your behavior starts with the people of Karuma that you took their land 10 years ago, you've not compensated them, and you're just moving on. Your project is running and everything coming now to 99%. You have not compensated the people. That's where you should have begun. Compensate the land, the people who own the land.
Meanwhile, Minister Okasai urged the people to be patient and withdraw the petition as the ministry is working on their issue.
It is the government of Uganda that will compensate our people. So let's not get worried. The project is going to be commissioned, we are going to be compensated.
The affected districts include Kiryandongo, Oyam, and Pakwach. However, 99% of the Karuma Hydropower Station project is located on Kaluma land. BTM News Today.
Deputy Director for Internal Security Organization, Colonel Emi Katabazi, has encouraged NEMA to perform its duties without favor or fear. Now this, while officiating at the 10-day National Environmental Management Authority retreat taking shape at the National Leadership Institute in Chankwanzi. Take a look.
The National Environment Management Authority officials are in Chankwanzi for a 10-day retreat to retrain and be equipped with leadership skills, especially in mindset change. While officiating the retreat, Colonel Emi Katabazi, the Deputy Director of ISO, tasked NEMA to avoid political pressure while carrying out their duties.
They might not be committed to protection of this resource if you hear the negotiations that have been taking place in those negotiating those protocols. But we also ought to know that we don't owe anybody anything. It is our responsibility as enshrined in our Constitution. Everybody has a right to protect the environment. I appeal to you not to be tempted and succumb to political pressure of those who are ideologically empty. There are those who are looking for votes to live in hell. And they have threatened you. They have said a lot of words about NEMA. Uphold your constitutional mandate so that all of us can live in paradise. There are those who fear to go to paradise, want to live in hell. Because in the hell, they are mayors, in hell, they are councillors, some road councillor where there is no roadship about them. They are peasants and tenants, and they call themselves roads. You have heard them, in Kampala especially. BFAM as an organization, BFAM as employees.
The executive director of NEMA, Dr. Akankwasa Barerega, says following the task ahead, the staff needed a refresher training, especially on mindset change.
Leadership is not just about knowledge and skills that you have acquired or that we have acquired, but it's also about character, courage, and commitment. I can confirm that personally I'm transformed in terms of transformational leadership, and so should be you, judging from I want to pledge our commitment, Director Nali, that we shall deploy the skills and knowledge we've acquired in the last 10 days towards ensuring that we continue the war we have started to liberate the environment as a solution or as a transformational power to power forward our transformation process in order to attain our vision 2040. As I conclude, our chief guest, I want to call upon all Ugandans, since the media is here, I want to call upon all Ugandans that it is their constitutional duty to protect, first of all, to create and protect a clean and healthy environment. This is a constitutional dictate.
The 10-day refresher training on environment management is intended to equip staff with leadership skills, change management, and positive resilience. Big Team News today.
From that, the CEO Summit Uganda has launched a Lean Forward modular program designed to empower women, equipping them with essential leadership skills and creating an enabling environment where women's voices and talent can be exposed. The initiative underscores the importance of diversity and inclusivity as key pillars for effective leadership in today's world. Take a look.
The Lean Forward modular program is a comprehensive program designed to address challenges women face head-on, providing them with the tools, perspectives, and support needed to thrive as leaders. The program will kick off on August 23, 2024, with a series of workshops, mentorship sessions, and interactive modules designed to provide practical insights and strategies for leadership excellence. Participants will have the opportunity to learn from experienced leaders and peers, fostering a collaborative environment for growth. While launching the new program at the think tank's offices in Kampala today, Stephen Mukata, the country lead CEO Summit Uganda, expressed his dedication to providing a platform for women leaders to excel, especially in areas traditionally seen as male domains.
And you might ask, why is it called Lean Forward? Because as you lean, we are telling the leaders to lean forward. There is already Lean In, which we ran in 2022. And this year, in 2024, we are pushing for Lean Forward, encouraging women to lean forward, to put their hands up and be counted. Because I know at some point we are going to ask ourselves, why are we focusing on women? How about the men?
The inaugural cohort is expected to enroll 30 women leaders. The program, which is a 6-month journey consisting of 6 tailored modules, will focus on the 3 key areas, including nurturing a diverse and inclusive leadership landscape, examining identities as leaders, recognizing leadership potential, and creating personal development plans. This structure will allow participants to deeply engage with each topic, apply their learnings in real life, and reflect on their progress. According to the Academy of Women's Leadership, as of 2023, women account for 41.9% of the workforce worldwide, while only 32.2% are in senior leadership positions.
Empowering women in the leadership perspective is one of the noble causes that we think as the fund, if we put emphasis to it and other organizations joined, would make a difference in the country.
Learn from each other. You get it's a pool of women who are willing to grow together, learn and relearn. So it's not only a program that they're going to attend, but it's going to transform their lives, it's going to transform their careers, even lives outside their jobs.
This is an indication of the initiative and efforts needed to close the leadership gender gap. Forward Modular program is designed with a clear and focused mission to empower women with the tools, perspectives, and confidence needed to excel. CEO Summit Uganda also offers programs in two categories: bespoke and open programs. Other programs include the annual CEO Forum, the CEO Apprenticeship Program, the Only One Earth Executive Program, and the Prudential Sustainability Forum. BTM News Today.
Now, like we say, that you can't be wealthy unless you are healthy, we have this special program, a special segment for you, dubbed BTM Health. And in our segment of BTM Health, they will look at the benefits you would derive from using niacinamide. Take a look, listen, and learn.
Niacinamide is a type of vitamin B3 and one of the 8 B vitamins that support the aspects of your health. When your body makes niacinamide, when you have too much niacin in your body can also change an amino acid called tryptophan into niacinamide. What does niacinamide do for my skin? Niacinamide is a multi-purpose skin care ingredient. It helps to build skin keratin, a protein that maintains skin health. It has also been shown to make your skin stronger, smoother, and brighter. Here are the top 6 niacinamide benefits. Number 1, it boosts hydration. Niacinamide may enhance the function of your skin's lipid barrier, that is the part of your skin or the layer of the water and oil that protects your skin. This helps to lock moisture in and keeps pollutants and other potential irritants out, making your skin more hydrated and less sensitive. Niacinamide has been shown to ease inflammation. It can help to keep calm redness due to conditions like acne and rosacea and eczema. It can also soothe irritation caused by strong exfoliants like retinol and glycolic acid that remove dead cells from the surface of your skin. May reduce the appearance of pores. Nothing has been proven to reduce the actual size of your pores, but niacinamide may help to minimize their appearance by keeping your skin smooth and clear. It may also regulate the amount of oil your gland produces, which can prevent breakouts and clogged pores. Niacinamide is a close relative of another vitamin B called nicotinamide. Oral nicotinamide supplements may help to prevent new skin cancer or precancerous spots from developing in more people. More studies need to confirm these benefits. In fact, a recent study also shows nicotinamide, the cousin of niacinamide, may increase the risk of triple negative breast cancer in those who take dietary supplements in high levels. Niacinamide is dermatologist approved for brightening skin tone. Some research suggests that skincare formulas with 5% niacinamide can also help to lighten dark spots. It reduces wrinkles and fine lines. The vitamin's antioxidant properties may help to protect your skin and aid its recovery from damage due to the factors like aging, sun, and stress. Some research has shown topical niacinamide can improve fine lines and wrinkles as well as skin sallowness. BTM Health for BTM News Today.
Okay, but we are now taking a break. But don't you leave us, we still have a lot coming your way, including this. Still to come, development and economic observers say that government interventions to fight poverty and unemployment will not succeed without a strong emphasis on vocational training and skill development.
So we encourage the National Curriculum Development Center to integrate soft and digital skills into existing programs that will prepare young people.
And the World Health Organization has launched an emergency response as Mpox outbreak resurges in DRC.
Zula eddoboozi lyo ne Umkat ettendekero ly'ebyamawulire n'ebyempuliziganya twaniriza abo bonna abaagala otwegattako ku lusoma luno olw'omwezi gwa Agosto. Jangu ofune obukugu okuva mu bayivu n'abakugu mu mawulire otumbule ekitono kyo okuviira ddala ku mutendera gwa diploma, certificate wamu ne koosi ennyimpi. Umkat mu myaka 28 gy'ebaddewo etendese abagundiivu bangi mu byamawulire mu ggwanga. Tolinda naawe jangu otandika olugendo lwo mu bwangu ddala. Umkat obukugu we busisenkana enkulaakulana.
Uliyunga wikakasa ddoboozi lyo weetaaga okutumbula ekitone ky'omu kuyimba kano ke kaseerako BTM TV akuleetedde Raise Your Mic yimba ate ensonga za kuyimbira ku live band ng'ate abawanguzi bakwewangulya ebirabo eby'enjawulo okuli obukadde bw'ensimbi 5 pikipiki kapyata okulikodinga nnyimba mu audio ne vidiyo n'ebirabo ebirala bingi. Obwetaba mu Raise Your Mic genda ku ssimu yo nyiga *2M7*007# olondeko option ya Raise Your Mic olondeko option ya participate osindike message butereevu ojja kuba weetabye mu auditions wano ku BTM TV. Abaana babayiseemu ku mutendera oguddako bakulondebwa abalabi baffe aba BTM era beewangulira ebirabo biwugiddwa Simba Automotives ne bikutuusibwako BTM TV.
Welcome back from that break. You're still watching BTM News today. My name is Idrissa Muwongi and we come live to you from Kampala Road here in Toban Center, where we are based. Now moving on, development and economic observers say the government interventions to fight poverty and unemployment will not succeed without a strong emphasis on vocational training and skill development for young people at various levels. This call comes in light of the recent national population census, which revealed that over 17 million Ugandans are under the age of 17. Without proper skills, unemployment and poverty are likely to worsen. This discussion took place during a BRAC Youth Forum in Kampala aimed at finding solutions to youth employment. Take a look.
Now, what are we doing with that? That's the age of skilling some young people with certain skills they need in life to survive. And many times the skilling programs are so much packed up in the Ministry of Education and they forget there are some other skills that need to be done culturally, through communities, and many other things. Between 0 and 17, children should already be having a lot of skills. So the youth and development one is really to ensure that the young people gain meaningfully economic opportunities. And we're saying meaningful economic opportunities. They may not all come to parliament, they may not be councillors, they may be just border riders, they may be simply bricklayers, they may be simply maids, and it could be anything. But this should be meaningful economic opportunities.
So we encourage the National Curriculum Development Center to integrate soft and digital skills into existing programs that will prepare young people for the dynamic and evolving job market of tomorrow. We also advocate for the shift in policy to support youth transition particularly those in the informal sector, by easing access to finance for the young people and enhancing productivity in this space. Financial literacy and mindset change driven by government models like PDM are essential to remove barriers to credit and to improve livelihoods of the youth.